Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates, and a bit of a summer Star Wars games news update, I guess we could call this, and a channel update at the same time, as obviously it's been a while since I uploaded a video here on the channel. First of all, huge thank you for the support on the 10-year anniversary video. I'm happy that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm really happy to have that video out now and to always be able to go back and watch that video to get a recap of the, well, first 10 years of the channel. So I just wanted to give you a quick summer update, I guess we could say, both in terms of the channels I'm running, a couple of Battlefront tidbits from some articles, issues with the current servers, and some interesting details on Star Wars Outlaws as well. So let's get straight into it. First of all, I hope you guys are having a fantastic summer and that you're enjoying the great weather, or I guess that depends on where you live basically. But as you probably know, YouTube tends to be a lot slower on summers because more people are outside, less people spend time on YouTube. And if you couple that with the fact that Star Wars is also very slow on the summers, it means that Star Wars YouTube is quite dead. It's not just something with my channel, but if you look around at some of the other bigger channels out there, you'll see they get less views on their clips channels, on their main channels, and that's simply normal. In the beginning, you might start to panic from that, like, oh, my channel died. Well, it really happens every summer, and it's kind of an extreme case for Star Wars. So I thought this summer I'd for once actually try to take some proper vacation, as in not spend that much time in front of my PC, which I always do, which is actually quite nice. And that's why there's less content on all my channels, not just this one, but my clip channels too, because this is really the best time to take some time off, so to say. When it comes to games, there's probably gonna be a while until something big happens, but obviously the next big Star Wars thing is Ahsoka, which drops in August. So that's when I'm gonna start really ramping up the content on my clips channel especially, but I'm also planning to do more regular streams here on this channel and cover any Star Wars gaming news that comes out, of course. So what about Star Wars Battlefront then? Well, first of all, you might have seen from some recent forum posts and my stream I did a while back that the Battlefront 2015 servers, at least on PC, seems to be quite bricked. Basically, there's an invincibility hack going around on the servers that won't go away, meaning that you don't even have to have a hacker on the server, but it kind of just propagates throughout the servers, making the game unplayable. I don't know exactly if it's fixed right now. I know it kind of went up and down, and I wasn't able to find a server to check today, but there is a forum thread up with multiple pages of people complaining about this basically destroying the servers. And as you probably know, Battlefront 2015 PC, very small amount of people still playing it, making it even harder to get any attention to this issue. Personally, I still way prefer Battlefront 2, but I'm happy that occasionally we can still go back and play Battlefront 2015 and try out some of those DLCs. But if this hack is going around, well, that's pretty much impossible. So hopefully this is something that's going to be fixed, but knowing EA and how long it took for them to fix the Battlefront 2 invincibility hack, I don't have my hopes very high for that. Next up, there was actually a couple of articles about Battlefront going around the last couple of weeks. One from Gamer Rant that said Star Wars Battlefront has hit a wall, but could look elsewhere for content. I wasn't really sure what this was gonna be about at first. I thought it was gonna be about modding, but basically in the article they're talking about how the franchise as a whole has kind of ran out of movie content and has to look elsewhere for content like Clone Wars, Rebels. I don't know. It wasn't the best article if I'm gonna be honest, because we've already gotten quite a lot of Clone Wars and Rebels content. So it's not like Battlefront has only focused on movie content so far, even if the planets and such were mostly from there. But they did also bring up that we could have things like Force Unleashed content or from other games like Star Wars Outlaws. I don't know. I wouldn't say sick of talking about Battlefront 3, but it's more like the more I talk about it, the more I know it's never gonna happen. They seem pretty confident in the article, like when the sequel happens, they should do this and that. Well, I'm still pretty confident that we are not getting another Battlefront game. I don't think anyone has the resources or willingness to even take upon themselves the task of creating a Star Wars Battlefront 3. It's much easier to do something like Outlaws or really any other Star Wars game where you just go in with blank expectations. You can do anything you want. If you do a Battlefront 3, you're gonna set the expectations so high that you can't meet them, to be completely honest. And what would you choose? A more low-risk, easier to develop, free-scope Star Wars game, or a game that has such high expectations that you would need to work on it for like 10 years to even have a chance of satisfying the player base? Well, you probably know the answer to that. But when we're talking about Star Wars Outlaws, we did actually get a couple of interesting details from a recent interview, which I thought was pretty cool. First of all, they pretty much confirmed that Jabba the Hutt is gonna be in the game to some degree, which I think is pretty cool. Nice to see a couple of familiar faces in there, and they did also talk about how the inspiration for K was based off both Han Solo, Lando, Indiana Jones, James Bond, and Captain Jack Sparrow, so some kind of mix of all those characters that then boil down to the new character K. They also said that there's not going to be any in-atmospheric flight, rather you choose from a preset landing and takeoff points, meaning that you can run around freely on the ground and you can fly around freely in space, but not in atmosphere. And I kind of understand why they do this. He even says that there would be a tremendous amount of work to make in-atmospheric flight, and it wouldn't really be worth all that work for the little payoff. So, and since we do have the option to fly around freely in space, explore, find collectibles, fight pirates, and do all that kind of stuff, I think that's completely fine. He also did talk about planet sizes in the game, saying that the size of one planet might be equivalent to 2 or 3 of the zones in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so quite big, as you can understand. He also said that each planet was designed to be big enough that traversing it felt like a journey, even on a vehicle that is famously fast. And I really like the sound of that, as initially I did think that yeah, if you jump on your speeder bike, you're probably gonna be from one side of the map to the other side in like 30 seconds. But that seems like it's not the case, and it's actually gonna be quite big. And they also confirmed that none of the stuff in the game will be procedurally generated, meaning that all the locations on the ground will be crafted by hand. It's not just gonna be randomly generated like some other games do in order to make larger areas or more planets. But yeah, that's really all for this video. Little update on the channel, some of the Star Wars games that we're always interested in. And don't forget that the 10-year anniversary merch is still available. If you want to support the channel, pick up some cool shirts, hoodie or mug with a lot of Battlefront nostalgia and memes on it. And other than that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the summer. I will see you in the streams and the clips, but like I said, the next couple of weeks will be a little bit slow here, and I'm trying to take as much time off my computer as I can. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.